Hello, my lovelies, and welcome, you beautiful air signs. This is going to be a reading for you guys, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We're just going to do general message, whatever comes through for you guys. So my air signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what messages are in store for you today, what you might be feeling, and what might be coming up in the near future for you guys. Alrighty. Let's see here. Okay, so we've got the Three of Cups, Seven of Swords, Five of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. Okay. And then we've got the Four of Wands, Ten of Swords, High Priestess, Ace of Swords, Three of Wands, King of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and Three of Swords. Okay, so there's definitely something going on here that's ending that you're happy about, and something beginning from this. Three of Cups, Seven of Swords, Five of Swords, Ten of Wands. So that's like celebrating something that wasn't very healthy for you, ending. Something you were doing yourself, like some sort of behavior. You've learned something out of this. High Priestess, King of Cups. So you've gained an emotional understanding, and you're able to make that decision for yourself with the necessary speed or swiftness. And you really see where around you there is things to support you in this learning and growth that you're trying to do. You don't have to find it all within, because of what you've created and built and brought in around yourself. Wow. We've got all three wands here, or all three threes here. Three of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Three of Cups. So this is really something was chosen, and so of course that's why we've got the two tens here, the kind of ending of sorts, but it's Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords. Ace of Swords is the decision here. High Priestess and King of Cups is really the intuition about this, the deeper knowing, the understanding, the going within and figuring it out. This Five of Cups, Five of Swords is really kind of an internal conflict here. Not like, throwing punches or anything like that, just a struggle to find a balance, deciding one way or another. And it does definitely feel like there is some sort of, like you've given it your all, and now you see that it's time to move forward. That's the Ten of Wands here. And understanding that, it's not a doomsday kind of thing. It's not like the end of the world. It's just the end of a day, or the end of a year, or the end of a cycle, something that was short term that you needed to grow and learn out of. And you definitely did grow and learn things from this, one way or another, whether or not you move forward with this consciously, High Priestess and Ten of Swords, or if you just kind of continue pretending to be oblivious moving forward with it. This is really what your actions either way is going to, this Ace of Swords, Three of Wands, kind of like moving forward, new journey energy, looking upon the horizon to see what is coming up, to see what's out there, to move towards that, or how to move towards that. Four of Wands right here with the Ten of Swords is kind of also, you know, that mixed message a little bit. Because this is like a celebration kind of thing. Because we got the Three of Swords, or Three of Cups here too. Four of Wands is like not so much a celebration as a time of joy, because of some sort of event or occurrence. But Ten of Swords is also kind of like, you know, laying down the sword and not like rolling over and giving up. It's really not, it's standing back up where you could have gave up, but not persisting in the old pattern, the old habit that was really what was putting those swords in your back. Let's see a little more with the High Priestess, what this deeper knowing is about. Nine of Swords. So it's really kind of what you've been denying inside, what you already know, but you want to overlook for some reason. You don't want to have to admit it or take responsibility for it or deal with it. Page of Swords. But this is you, by struggling against it so much with it anyways, you're gaining an understanding from it. And that's kind of what's causing a lot of the struggle. Because it's right here with the King of Cups. And so that's, you know, deeper emotion about it that, it's more of like a looking out for your own emotion sort of thing, like seeing how that's being affected, and speaking your truth in that. Swords, air energy is also, you know, really speaking your truth. Cups is more watery, like emotional speaking. So this is really a deeper knowing of how to express that self-truth to communicate with others. Something that you might have been not really clear about in the past or didn't really understand yourself. Yeah, and so there's definitely a lot of work being put into this. Final touches being put up, Eight of Pentacles here. Working with your hands, like physically putting effort into it, you know, putting that elbow grease in there. The final touches. Knight of Swords just wanted to fly out too. And so this is really that balance of an imbalance that you had, that you thought, you know, you were tipping the scale one way, but you were really tipping it more tipped, unequalizing it, compared to now trying to move forward and working towards, not so much of trying to control it or completely be in charge of it, but be part of that guide right there with it that helps usher it forward in the correct direction versus just willy-nilly wherever it ends up. Let's see a little more about this Seven of Cups a little bit. Okay, so with this, or Seven of Swords, with the Seven of Swords, you've got the Sun. And so that's really something new, a new cycle, a new pattern beginning, a new willingness to move forward in a way, because we've also got it right here with the Four of Wands, kind of going up into this top here, the Four of Wands, Ten of Swords, and the High Priestess. So really taking control of that higher understanding, and moving away from deluding yourself with false illusions, of what really isn't, you know, thinking that you're being generous or thoughtful, when you're just being selfish or greedy, even towards yourself, and what's not okay for you to do to yourself. Because Three of Swords here, that's kind of three parties, but it could also be the way that you're affecting yourself in this situation, the way that you perceive that as being from somebody else, and the way that somebody else is really affecting you in this situation. So that middle one, where that's kind of the double-edged sword there, because that's yourself perceiving it as somebody else. And if you think about that deeper, it's yourself. You are looking at the perception of that as if the perception of somebody else. A little counterintuitive to do that, honestly. It's like, okay, well, why pretend that you're not looking through a two-way mirror, and you're not looking at the reflective side. That's not your face on the other side. You're not the one standing there unknown, making the silly faces at yourself, right? So why are you keeping to do that, or continuing to do that? And I really see moving here forward from doing that. Six of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. That's really putting in that physical work of what you're doing, how you speak what you think, and how you understand what you think, the way that you apply it, and how you perceive it as what it means really in the situation. All right, my lovely air signs, there's a little bit more coming out here. There's some Leo energy and Sagittarius. And Leo, Sagittarius. And there's some Capricorn too. So I'm going to go ahead and do an extended looking at those energies. If you want to join me, I will be over on Patreon for that. Link will be below.